Hello friends, welcome to Communication Skills for Everyone. In this channel you are going to learn English language skills, personality development, vocabulary and all-round development. As part of writing lesson, let's learn fragments. So first of all, what is a fragment? So before going to learn what is a fragment, we should know write a sentence fragment. So then when we say sentence fragment is a sentence which doesn't have a subject or a verb here it shows action and or is not a complete thought or idea. A sentence fragment include any one of the following, like we can say a dependent clause, for example, because she was there, so it's to begin with because, so we don't know what exactly because, it's incomplete. A phrase like cats on the table, cats on the table, that also shows incomplete idea. Similarly, a word like there, so when we say there, what does it mean? It doesn't refer to anything, right? So in such cases, so first of all, to complete a sentence we must have a main clause. So main class is made up of two elements. One is subject, second one is a verb. Right? Once you have these two elements like verb and subject, then one can add other elements such as an article, prepositional phrases, or any other main class. For example, let's see the sentence like the cat jumped on the window. So here the cat jumped, it's a main class, on the windows. This is prepositional phrase. Similarly, the dog barked and the cat jumped on the man's head. See there are two main classes, like the first one, the dog barked. The second main class is the cat jumped where on the man's head, which is prepositional phrase. So simple. So in order to identify the main clause of a sentence, one can ask themselves some questions like what is the subject, what is the verb, like, right? So when can you answer something to get this, then it's right. How to identify this fragments look like sentences but are missing a subject or a verb, or they are put together incorrectly. Right? The cookie is gone. So in this sentence as a subject, but it is a fragment because it doesn't have a verb. Right? Similarly, jumped into the pool. Right? Who jumped into the pool? We don't know because the subject is missing here. Right? In the first one, verb is missing. The cookie is gone. Verb is missing. In the second one, jumped into the pool. Right? Who jumped? Subject is missing. So sentence fragments might be dependent clauses. It's right. So we should know what is dependent clause. A dependent clause does have a subject and verb, but they are fragments because they do not make a complete sense or complete thought. For example, when we go to the store, that's incomplete. This is dependent. Similarly, after you get up from your bed, since we want to go to the museum, so whenever a sentence begins with subordinating conjunctions, then they are dependent clauses, right? That similarly, let's have a fragment. Told everyone to get out of the way. So here there is no subject. Disposable lighter in his hand. So no verb. Before he lit the fuse. A dependent clause by itself, right? Before, we are using before he lit the fuse. So it's a no, right? So a dependent clause shows that one. And similarly, correcting, how to correct these fragments. So similar methods like subjects or verbs can be added. So we are saying that there is no subject or no verb, so to fix fragments we can add subject or verb. Fragments can be joined together. So if there are two or three fragments, we can join them together, right? This is like you can add whether it is so for example, if it is something is missing, let's see, writing a summary showing your understanding of the story. So you're writing a summary is, we are using is, showing your understanding of the story. So we are adding, right? Add. So you can do it unify, add, or rewrite. So your phrases and clauses can be moved around, so depending on, just to make sense, you can make them move, you can change their position. Why this also you can do that. With his disposable lighter in his hand, he told everyone to get out of the way. Then he lit the fuse. Right one, the second one. Pulling out his disposable lighter, Raj told everyone to get out of the way before he lit the fuse. He pulled out his disposable lighter. Raj told everyone to get out of the way, and then he lit the fuse. So these are some of the ways to do that. Alright, the cookie is gone. The professor ate all of them. So how can you unify it? You can unify the cookies are gone because the professors ate all of them. So we are unifying it. Similarly, rewriting. For example, when we say the night was cold and the people of the house trembling with fear. Trembling with fear. There was never a night this cold until now. Everything cold, everything dim, tears rolling down their faces. So here, let's see. The night was cold and the people of the house were. So were is missing, so we are using were trembling with fear. There was never a fight this cold until now. Everything cold, everything dim. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Communication skills for everyone.